You ready for thrills, chills, and kills? Must you say that every time? Yes. Why, yes, I must. Good luck, team.
Yo, what's up everyone, my name is Tricky Acid and welcome back to another Titanfall 2 video. Frontier Defense has finally arrived and has helped breathe new life into Titanfall 2. The game mode is fun, hectic, and removes much of the stress that some may feel when playing online games, as your primary enemies will be AI units. But just because you fight the AI this time, doesn't mean you can expect them to simply roll over. Sure, you can mess around and come on top in easy mode, but as soon as you start getting into the higher difficulties, you will definitely have to pull your weight. So with that, here are our tips on how to get good at Frontier Defense. Tip number 1, know your role and shut your... Nah, I'm not gonna go there, but those of you who got that reference, make sure you comment it. Knowing your role is crucial for success at higher difficulties. Each Titan has their own role that you should try to fulfill when choosing who to take into battle. Starting with the heavies. Scorch and Legion should be your last line of defense. The Ogre Titans are slow and work best in close range to the Harvester. Holding down their respective lanes, they can take a beating, and when foes line up, they will wreak havoc upon them with extreme efficiency. Monarch can fight pretty well with the right upgrades and can even serve as a tank to a degree, but she is actually played as a healer of sorts. Choose the upgrades that let you restore shields to your teammates. They will truly appreciate you for it. Equip the battery-seeking execution to keep yourself alive as well. Tone feels like one of the weaker picks for Frontier Defense. She is decent at providing consistent damage and has pretty good range, can provide barriers for exposed teammates and radar pulse to show exactly where targets are. Tone works best on open maps as the 40mm shots don't pierce targets that have lined up. Ion and Ronin should be the Titans that stray furthest from the Harvester, taking out the Reapers and especially Mortar Titans. Some Reapers will find a rooftop to hide and continuously spawn ticks until they're dealt with, while Mortar Titans will cause serious damage to the Harvester if left alone too long. These should always be a top priority to take down. North Star excels at jumping from one lane to another, assisting tanks and delivering massive damage with each shot and slowing down Titans with the tether traps. Keep throwing them out as they're not limited to 4 active traps at a time like in standard multiplayer. Piercing shots let you shoot through teammates as well as enemies, so don't worry if one of the heavies gets in the way. Number 2, prepare your pilot. Chances are you have an idea of how you want to play when in pilot mode. Make sure your loadout represents that. If you want to steal batteries or use nuke rodeos, equip cloak or holo pilot, otherwise there is a chance of getting killed before you can get off the Titan again. If you wish to stand your ground, put down an AWOL, equip your best Titan killer and go to town. Pulse Blade, Grapple, Stim and Phase Shift work as they always do, but don't feel that useful for this mode, as the AI can still hit you no matter how good your movement skills are. Primary weapon suggestions are the SMR, softball, LMGs and shotguns. The SMR does good damage against both infantry and Titans. When amped, it is extremely effective. Softball is good for clusters of infantry and Reapers, and regarding LMG weapons, especially the Spitfire, they work really well due to their large ammo capacity, and shotguns deliver massive damage in quick bursts. For sidearms, you should pick the one you prefer, but when you get the chance, you really should just replace it with an R201 or something else dropped by the Grunts and Spectres. For anti-Titan weapons, the Thunderbolt brings your Titan meter up in seconds, the Archer provides good damage but is slow and leaves you exposed while locking on, also it can't target cloaked enemies. MGL and Charge Rifle are not good picks. Despite the fact that the MGL grenades will stick to the flying drones, the splash damage is bad and you'll find yourself reloading very often. Tip number 3, be a good teammate. Forget your personal glory, nobody will remember how many executions you pulled off as Ronin or how high your score is. This mode is all about playing as a team and helping each other. So communicate, get on the mic and start talking. Call out enemies and ask for help if you're getting overrun. So here are some pointers. Keep your lanes. There is no need to run over to the other side and help Scorch burning those 3 nuke titans coming his way. He can take care of it and should let you know if he needs backup. At most, switch between 2 lanes if need be, but don't try to cover every angle yourself. Just don't do it. If your closest lanes are clear for now, then repair turrets or provide some crossfire. You'll soon be busy with new enemies soon enough. And as mentioned, be sure to repair turrets if you have the time. Give batteries to the titans that need it the most. Giving shields to your fresh titans with near full health while your teammate's legion is battered and beaten is a massive waste. If you see blue smoke, walk into it to have your shields restored. Blue smoke is one of Monarch's Aegis upgrades that benefit the whole team. Deposit whatever money you have left over after buying in the shop. Maybe someone just needs a little more to get another arc trap or battery, or in my case, probably another nuke rodeo since it's my new favorite tool of destruction. If there is a lonely titan, either one from the first wave or as the last one standing, let everyone take turns at rodeos, giving you all extra batteries for the next wave. Don't kill a titan with a friendly on top, and don't steal his battery if he is unlucky and dies. Being selfish and a lone wolf will get you nowhere, especially on the higher difficulties. But if you defend, assist, heal and give shields to your teammates, they will often go the extra mile to keep you alive. Few friendlies are more appreciated than a medic monarch. Tip 4. The right tools for the right map. Of course, the first time you play on any map, you've got no idea what to expect. Where will enemies come from and when? After 2 or 3 more times, you should start seeing a pattern and know where to focus your fire. And to help this, you can buy from the shop in between each round. Knowing what to buy increases your chances for success substantially. Amped weapons are the cheapest on the list. While it's not mandatory, it provides a very nice damage boost to your pilot weapons for as long as you don't die. This includes all your weapons, even those you pick up from the ground. A cheap and worthwhile purchase. Amped battery will restore 2 health blocks and give full shields to a damaged titan, or bring one out of doom state and restore shields. Generally, it's not worth bringing a titan back from doom state, as you can get a new one fairly quickly. I'd say it's only worth buying if you've taken some heavy hits and wish to get up to form again. Nuke Rodeo, my favorite thing that has come to Titanfall. A strong but risky move. Rodeo 3 titans to unlock this one, and when equipped, rodeo an enemy titan to overload it for a massive explosion that will take out any nearby enemies in a glorious spectacle. And you can use cloak to increase your chances of success. Alternatively, the grapple hook comes in handy to quickly rule yourself onto an enemy titan. However, with you being more exposed, it also increases the chances of death. So try to play it smart, whichever way you go about with this. Arc traps. Possibly the most important thing to buy, no matter the map. These things are always worth getting. You don't need to repair them and they cannot be destroyed. Dealing a little damage while stunning and slowing down an enemy entering its range, this is the tool that will keep the enemy hordes at bay and harass the Reapers. Find out where Reapers go to spawn its ticks and place a mine there. The Reaper will now be stunned, spawn ticks at a much slower rate, and the traps can even kill the ticks with a little luck. Absolutely an essential buy. The sentry turret is a costly buy, and depending on the map, you should only grab a couple or very few. They will target anything that gets within range, but they can also be shot down, requiring repairs to get going. They will clean up most infantry, though most effective on maps with lots of flying drones, as they can be a bit of a hassle to deal with in the midst of battle. A couple of well-placed sentries will pick off the worst of the swarm. Each pilot can have 2 sentries active at once, but often 3 to 4 in total will do the job just fine. The Harvester Shield is the last option. It gives the Harvester immunity for 5 seconds once activated. We haven't really had need for this, and it really seems like a big waste of money. 5 seconds is not much, and if you've reached the point where you actually need this, chances are you could have got better use out of some more arc traps earlier on instead. And finally, tip number 5, waste not, want not. There are plenty of ways to waste something in fronted defense. As previously mentioned, a lone titan is essentially free batteries for the whole team before you finish it off, wasting money on more turrets than you need, and also there are executions. Stop doing them. Stop doing executions. Yes, I know they look awesome and feels good to do, but chances are you can kill an enemy faster with any other attack, and it's simply just wasting time. There are only 2 good reasons to do any Titan executions in fronted defense. Reason number 1, if you are overrun and need a way to avoid damage for a short time or run out of ammo at the last moment. Doing an execution as your last resort to try and keep yourself alive is perfectly fine. And reason 2, Monarch's battery stealing executions restore health and shields to itself. If you see a Monarch close in on a Doom Titan, let them have the battery. Don't be a glory hound. That Monarch is worth a lot more alive than an extra kill on your scoreboard. Monarchs are practically the team's medic class. Leaving your Titan behind in auto mode is also a huge waste. Let's face it, auto Titans are pretty stupid and will never be effective on their own, even if you equip the enhanced chip. You may be great on foot as a pilot, but you will be creating more of a liability for your team if you don't get back in the mech. Simply put, pilots can't match the DPS of Titans. Also, if you realize you put down your turret or arc trap in a bad spot, don't just leave it there. They can both be picked up and placed somewhere else. And when you're doing whatever you gotta do in between rounds, make sure to ready up to move into the next wave. The game is pretty good at letting you know you're the last one who isn't ready, but don't waste everyone's time by standing around when you're done, so make sure you ready up. And hey, that's it. That's all I have to say for now, guys. I'd say this wraps up this video. I hope this guide helps, especially in the more harder difficulties, and let me know how things go. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, it really helps us out, and I just want to say I appreciate all of your support. Comment your thoughts on the guide, and if you're new to the channel, as always, be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for the latest videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.